Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Frank Gaetano here from the Weather Palace, well, the Hail Palace. I like to call it the Weather Palace sometimes. Here with your daily hail forecast, as always, sponsored by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor Show. Make sure you check those guys out in the description to this video. First up for our weather headlines today, bitter, dangerous cold going on up in the northern plains. Wind chills as low as 45 below zero, so wind chill warning up there. So yeah, we're gonna look at that real quick, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of what I wanna talk about today, which is tomorrow's risk for wind and hail. Yes, we actually have a severe weather risk tomorrow. As low end as it may be, it's still there. So we're looking at Texas and Arkansas for that risk. And then on Sunday, that risk is going to push eastward, and that marginal wind risk will push eastward into the southern states. So, you know, Louisiana, Mississippi, possibly into Alabama. So we'll take a look, well, not take a look, but I will talk about that here as we move forward into our current conditions. Got some snow going on up in the northwest, as well as a snowstorm that happened overnight in the northeast. We'll zoom into the northeast as we see the snow starting to push off the coast. John talked to his parents today in central Connecticut. They got about 10 inches of snow at their house, so pretty potent little snowstorm that is pushing off the coast now. And we'll head over to the northwest where we see a system moving onshore, and we see the snow in the mountainous areas in Washington and Idaho and into Montana. That system is going to continue to push eastward over the next couple of days. Take a look at those temperatures. Like I said, really cold in the north, -6 in Minneapolis. We're looking even colder temperatures in central and northern North Dakota. We're talking negative teens, negative 20s, wind chills as low as 40 to 45 below zero. And our warm spot in the country today, down in Miami, 82 degrees, and otherwise generally in the 30s and 40s across most of the central and southwestern portion of the country, and then we have 19 in Kansas City. So let's take a look at our jet stream. This is our setup right now. We have that trough pushing off the east coast and some ridging going on in the central part of the country, and this trough is responsible for that system that's pushing onshore now. We'll push that forward over the next day or two. We see that ridge building in the central part of the country. That's going to be responsible for very cold weather up here and some moisture return in the south going into Texas and the southern states down there. And then we'll see this push forward as we move towards 6 p.m. Saturday. You see this little here, just enough of a slight impulse to fire off some storms on Saturday and into Sunday, as it's going to push the moisture to the east, the moisture that we've had returning over the next day here. It's going to be pushing that to the southeast. and we'll push that through towards 6 a.m. Sunday, and we see this trough starting to push down to the southeast. And now, dew points across the country, very dry currently. So we fast forward to 3 p.m. tomorrow. We do see that moisture return coming into southeastern Texas. And if we push that even further, we see more and more coming. And then here's that system pushing that off to the southeast, and that's going to be the fuel for our storms over the next couple of days this weekend, and it's just going to continue to push eastward. So we do have a hail forecast today, for tomorrow. Sorry, so none for today. Let's push into the future radar for tomorrow. This is going to be our wind forecast here in southeastern Texas. So we're going to watch this play through the HRRR model here as we see storms starting to fire in the Houston area tomorrow afternoon. So this is going to be the start of those marginally severe storms. We can see wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, possibly a tornado or two. I'm thinking the tornado chances are pretty low. Right now, we'll have to see how the low-level winds look tomorrow, see if we up that tornado chance. But yeah, see a cluster of storms in the Houston area around 3 p.m. tomorrow. And then going into the evening, these storms are going to continue firing back to the west. And so this is the College Station area. We see storms there. And those are going to continue to fire. And then a second round is going to fire overnight. So this is going to be a longer duration thing going from tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon into Sunday morning as those storms continue to push eastward. And here's what that's going to look like graphically. Like I said, pretty low-end risk for Houston, College Station, Lufkin, Texas, and then it's going to push eastward into Sunday morning. So just think of this here, and then the risk is going to be over here on Sunday. So that's just going to continue to push eastward for with low-end chance for some gusty, damaging winds. And so we'll zoom in even more here and get a nice good look at this swath area here. Those are the three main cities. It could include Beaumont here at the edge, but those are the three ones that I wanted to look at. And then here is our wind risk as we watch the radar play out into, well, it didn't save my pauses, but we're going to stop there at the end of the run. If you saw those storms firing around Little Rock and then back to the southwest, elevated storms that happen late tomorrow night into the overnight hours into Sunday morning. So not a lot of instability with these storms to get those nice beefy updrafts we want to create large hail, but these are marginally severe storms. So I do expect to see some hail late tomorrow night into Sunday morning in generally central and southwestern Arkansas, but not too much large hail. So maybe we'll see a couple storms produce some large hail, so we got to include it in the risk, but nothing really crazy as far as large hail is concerned. So this is what that's going to look like for us here as we zoom in to Arkansas. So low-end chance for Texarkana and a low-end chance for Little Rock of hail up to about quarter to $half size. Generally going to be mostly subsevere, but we could see those storms get up to those severe limits. So that's our severe weather forecast for the weekend. And let's take a look at some other stuff going around the country. We see the winter storm warning getting pushed off of the coast and the East Coast. We have another winter storm warning up here in Idaho and Montana, and then right on the coast, or right off the coast here in the mountains in Washington. And then so the winter, the wind chill warning expired as of noon Central Time in the northern plains, but they do still have a wind chill advisory up there for those dangerous wind chills. And here's our legend for that, and we have winter weather advisories all scattered along the northwest as well. So here's that frostbite timeline. Look at this. -22, -27. You get 25 minutes of exposed skin before you get frostbite right there in the Fargo area, and then if you go even further north, there's less population, but we're talking wind chills in the -40s this morning going into early this afternoon. We'll let this play out through the rest of today, into this evening, and then going into the overnight hours. We do see those temperatures coming up a little bit, generally hovering around the same, but the wind is going to die down, so that wind chill factor goes way down, but generally this afternoon, going into this evening, we see those wind chills factors dying down. And then that's all I got for you today. I was excited to talk about the fact that we do have some severe weather going into tomorrow and Sunday, so I hope you guys are excited as we are. Finally have something to track and watch, and hopefully we can get you guys some work going into the rest of this winter. If you want to stay in contact with us, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're at HailTrace for all of those. And if you want to give us a call, 855-334-4245. You can email us, info@hailtrace.com, or go straight to our website, www.hailtrace.com, to see who we are and how we can help you. For HailTrace, meteorologist Frank Gaetano here. Have a great rest of your Friday, and let's go severe weather this weekend.